Mr. Chairman, thank you very much. I want to thank Secretary Paulson, Chairman Bernanke, and Chairman Cox, and Director Lockhart for your presence here today. I think my reaction to the proposal that was sent by the administration this weekend was similar to not just members of this committee and others, but I think the American people in a couple of ways. One was I thought it was a far too broad a grant of authority to the Treasury Department, and I know we'll talk more about that. But I think in terms of what was missing from it were a couple of basic features. First of all, I think it missed completely the idea of addressing directly the root cause of this problem, which you know started with foreclosures. And I know there's been work done this weekend to try to fill in that hole, fill in that blank. On Friday, I sent a letter both to you, Secretary Paulson, and Chairman Bernanke, outlining a couple of things on housing. First of all, Hope for Homeowners is a way to further amplify or expand our efforts in that area. The moratorium issue that Senator Brown, Senator Menendez, and Senator Schumer and I proposed, and also an innovative way in the city of Philadelphia where literally the city government, the court system intervened to try to prevent foreclosures, and it's a very successful model. And I think there are other ideas that we'll hear. I know that Chairman Dodd has made a series of proposals just in the last couple of days that I think are very instructive here and very helpful on transparency and accountability, the idea of oversight, certainly in the area of assistance for homeowners. So we're going to have a chance to review those today and in the next couple of days. I think overall, people are looking for, taxpayers and families are looking for a couple of things. They're looking for more oversight. They want to know that if a department of their federal government is given the opportunity to exercise power, which involves the expenditure of maybe $700 billion, that there's some oversight by the elected officials and others who are charged with that responsibility. I think taxpayers have a real concern, obviously, a deep, abiding concern about their own savings. What will this mean to their own livelihood? Any kind of short-term livelihood, but especially long-term in terms of their own personal savings. I think they know that we need more performing loans, not loans that are headed to foreclosure. And I think the bankruptcy strategy here, in terms of that enhancing our ability to modify loans, is central to achieving that kind of result where you have more performing loans instead of loans headed to foreclosure. But I think in the end, what people are most concerned about is staying in their homes. We've got to do everything possible with limited time, I realize, and under duress and urgency, to do everything possible to keep people in their homes. And I think that's, in the end, what most Americans are concerned about. They're concerned about not just their own family, but their own neighborhoods. And it really comes down to peace of mind in so many ways. And I think that I would hope that in your efforts, and I know you're trying to do this, but in your efforts to explain what has to happen to support financial institutions and other entities, which will in turn strengthen our economy and help on Main Street, that you keep in mind what individual families are up against. In my home state of Pennsylvania, which has been spared somewhat in a relative sense what other states have gone through, the foreclosure crisis got a lot worse in August of 2008 compared to August of 2007, up 60%, a much higher rate than the rest of the country. And then when you look at, if you add to the foreclosure problem in a state like Pennsylvania, and add the other challenges that people have with gas prices, health care costs, the cost of education. One that stood out for me is child care. If you're a family in Pennsylvania, you got 2 kids, your monthly cost for child care is $1,311. That's weighing on people as they worry about making the house payment this month and next month and all these months ahead of us. So I would urge you, as we finalize a proposal, and I know we're trying to work together to make this happen, that we keep in mind those families and their peace of mind and their economic security. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Senator.